Just like maybe on YouTube or on
Yes,
Facebook? Okay.
it's going online now. Yes, we are online.
Okay, wonderful. We are online now on YouTube, Facebook, and for those who are joining us on Crowdcast, the private platform, then welcome. So if you would like to join the Monday session, which will be the link somewhere around the video, go to the link, make your payment, you receive a password, you go to the Crowdcast platform, and then you have magically Acapulco. Abracadabra. You have the video and you are joining us there.
I think the original word is abracadabra.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it means I create as I speak.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this, Svetlana,
Hebrew and Arami.
said that to us
Arabic,
this
yeah.
morning, and I will create my worlds, and I did a post about it this afternoon.
I saw it.
Yeah. So abracadabra, which is a mix of Armenian and Hebrew, which means I will create my worlds, which is basically a manifestation. So what you align with, what you put out in your expression, in your reality, what you think, you create. It's actually very powerful, and it has all this meaning now when you think about it. Abracadabra, done. Be the magician of your life. So, welcome today. We started to speak before we came online. We started to speak about the 9-9, the closing of a cycle, the termination of a cycle as well, what we are harvesting in what we are harvesting in that cycle that is closing, how we are stepping into a new cycle as well, what with the energy that we are carrying, how are we feeling as well, what area of our life is feeling that we are closing up. And if you look at the collective, so whenever there is a collective appointment, then it's not only for yourself, but it's also for the collective, how you see that it is happening. And when we have those 9-9, it's also very aligned on the karmic release. Yeah. So the karmic clearing, karmic release, terminating or closing a collective cycle. So I invite you to observe, to go inward. Now, maybe I will say after the session, during the session, if you feel drawn to that area, and check where is that collective cycle that you are tapping into, that is coming to termination. What is it in your life that is starting to shift as well. So every time you have numbers coming into together, so I was saying that numbers are creating resonance, they are mathematics, and mathematics is sacred geometry. So when it creates resonance and when it comes together, you have a certain frequency that is available to you and that you can use, you can harvest, and you can redirect. Good so far? Good so far. So we'll take that time because I'm better with numbers and dates.
We have some announcement. Nice.
Yes, we have great announcements.
Great announcement. Yes.
We wanted to do a separate video, but we decided to do that now tonight. So we have a great announcement because our upcoming 4 months are aligned and
Crystalline.
online and crystalline and available for everyone to feel the deliciousness of the upcoming events and feel the waves of energy that are going to be built up, the waves of integration, the waves of expansion, the waves of healing, and therefore to start planning where to be available. Hello, Nestor. So, I'm going to start with dates and with events and what will happen at that time. I know that at that time of the day, your brain is a bit smooshy, so it means that all the events, the link, the registration and the details are available on the website, available on our online platform to book to the events. So, that is said, we are super excited and we start with the best one, which is the last one, the retreat.
Yeah.
Yes. So the retreat we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now was birthed and as a collective manifestation and a lot of help made it happen. And therefore the dates are the 12th, 13th and 14th of December. It will be in Park Hyatt Abu Dhabi, so it will remain in UAE. It's not that far and the hotel is just exquisite. Those 3 days in this exquisite hotel, where you will be highly pampered with food, highly pampered with the facilities, and also highly pampered by this space that has been created and that is not the average hotel in Dubai, I would say. It was a crush for me a few years ago when I went there. George went for the first time last week, and we already opened the energy. It's preserved. The less is more over there. The comfort is there. It's smaller, and the room where we're gonna evolve for 3 days is just perfect. You have
conference room.
the conference room, private area for us outside the conference room,
to outside.
big windows, and outdoor area. Like it's so perfect. Like it's exactly how I was projecting a retreat for all the family. And as
we
well
actually test drive the energy there.
Yeah,
so
we test
he was
drive.
showing us sit on the ground and said, okay, the energy is good.
And I left. I
And
thought
he
he
was looking.
I thought he was following us, and I lost George. He stayed in the room. I thought he was
I'm
behind
checking,
us.
making sure that
So
you don't want
that
to open up a vortex when it's a very dirty place.
Yeah.
It was good energy.
so it was
happy.
yeah, it was really really cool. And the person who was like with us like said, yeah, I like meditation. We want more meditation and spirituality
And
in
he
the
said, I
hotel.
will sneak and come, and said, yeah, you can't come and sneak with us.
Yeah. So that will be at Parkhead Abu Dhabi, 12th, 13th, 14th of December, and we will do for these 3 days. It's going to be a mix of the level 3 of Ascension Pathway, which is the Cosmic Christ Heart and Diamond Light Body. We're going to review all the key points of all the program and to deepen them so you can have a different angle or perception or experience around whatever you've been learning to level 1, level 2. And for those who haven't participated to this pathway, you're going to have the main important glimpse of it. The attunement will be there, the initiation of the Seed of Unity, the initiation of the building on top of it if it's already there. You're going to have initiation, you're going to have transmissions, a lot of practice. So imagine what we do in a course or what we do in an intensive day is going to be for 3 days. The morning practice will be on the beach. That's 7 in the morning. You will have the food has been selected as well. The course is going to be a mix of training, course practice, immersion. And I really would like you to see that you're not going there for holiday. We are going to go there as a collective intention and work that will be as important as your individual work. Whenever we come together in one space and we do this energy work, you see how much shift is happening. You witness how much you change and how much you heal. You witness how much around you it's healing and transforming. And you realize as you start building up and fine-tuning your psyche, you realize how much we are having an effect on the fabric of Mother Earth and on the collective itself. So imagine 30 in one room dedicating for that purpose for 3 days.
Or 33.
Yeah, 32 would be actually the dream
Like
number.
this number.
Yeah.
Be more Christ aligned.
Yeah. So if you feel called to join, even if you haven't done any of the course yet, but you really want to be part of it, you can connect with us. We will give you the self-preparation. George will coach you. So you are tuned to start the level 3 in December with the unconditional love. Yes, what I mentioned, I forgot to mention, is it's mixed with the unconditional love project. So we're going to amplify the crystal and grease that we are already working on. We're going to amplify your vortex of energy. If it's your first time, you're going to have your crystals, to tune your crystals with the unconditional love eternal flame. And we're going to create, we are going to enlarge the grid itself from one point that will be us coming in one vortex.
So basically, we bring almost all the crystal grid here.
Really?
Almost. Yeah, almost. I'm not saying all of them.
Space.
Yeah. And then we're asking.
This is like 30 kilos.
Yeah, it's in the car here, Abu Dhabi, it's a big deal. And they were going to ask all the participants, especially who participate in unconditional love training, you have a lot of crystal, to bring at least 5 pieces So 5 pieces by 33 with our crystal. We're going to create a mega crystal grid,
Yeah.
huge one. And we might even bring some pyramid and some sacred geometry to make sure that we have an expanded crystalline energy. I'm going to open up a vortex. We blow up the roof basically to the higher realms and some route to the Mother Earth's heart, and we're creating book vortex. We might buzz, we might create electricity. God knows what will happen. So
Yeah.
that's one of the plan of expanding the vortex. We have this dream before with Svetlana,
Yes, sir.
right? You remember this dream?
Which one?
See? The
About
dream that we
blowing the
collect all the
away.
crystals.
Yes, of course. I mean, I felt like, did I dream about something recently? Yes, of course. Yes,
So
yes, yes. It's
to
not a
bring-
dream. It's a reality that is
Exactly,
coming
it's
very
going
close
to
into
going
our
to manifest exactly. So we had this vision before that when we started the Crystal Grid and Unconditional Love project, in the 4-hour attunement. People will bring a lot of crystal in 4-hour attunement. It's this year it will be like full of crystals. So we said, what about if we have more people and they already tuned their crystal into the unconditional love and bring them all in one place for 3 days? That will be something. So that was part of it. So we want to combine that aspect with the level 3 cosmic Christ heart, where we take our time to immerse in spiritual practice and understanding and lectures about the cosmic heart and how the Christ consciousness works and how we awaken the seed of unity and the diamond light body. And then we're going to initiate that with the unconditional love crystal grid. It's combined together. So that's why we turned that level 3 from 2 days to 3 days retreat, because it requires a real immersion of this spiritual practice and not even going back home and the next day you wake up and drive. No, you stay even in the same place for 3 days. So the third day you are fully soaked. You are bathing with the energy, fully focused, no distraction. And then that's the best way to really build up energy
Yeah.
without any distraction.
Yes, we are so excited. We are completely already in December right now. We are projecting the room. It's what I was sharing with someone today. I forgot whom online, and that the room is filled with pillars. I don't know who's gonna be there. But it seems filled, like full of pillars and a giant mega light in it. So yeah, that's the thing. So we try to accommodate at base for the price. We really went to the minimum of the minimum of the minimum.
Yeah, but we chose
And-
Matilda. She wanted to choose
Yeah.
for you a luxurious place.
Yeah, because we don't
love
have an opportunity to
very
go
good.
to luxurious places at
So good. Yeah.
that price on high season.
At the,
So it's
at
like
the beginning, I was saying no, it's expensive, Park Hyatt, and said that
That the
island.
place is just
When I
perfect.
went there, and we tried to go another hotel. The comparison is like huge. Like you cannot compare the energy and the quietness of the space. The energy of the nature is completely different because it's preserved island. So dolphin, turtles, there is no noise. You're not allowed to fish. You're not allowed to jet ski. So it's completely different energy.
Yeah.
And the room and everything. So I was like, well, deserve it. It's worth it.
Yeah,
So-
we all deserve it. Like, so this is December 12th, 13th, 14th, and we are sending our heart resonance and love and manifestation for all of you that is feeling in pure resonance and coherence with that weekend to join. So that's the retreat, a dream come true. What else? Azil is coming as well, and the dates are confirmed. There will be 5 sessions in total between October and November. The links are online. There will be 2 small sessions in the house. Remember that if you want to come in the house, there's only 20 people, only 20 seats available, so we extend to 22 in the house. So first come, first serves, obviously. And there will be 2 sessions, a group session at Urban Tribe, where the more the merrier. So share the event with your friends, share the event with your clients, share the event with your family, and register them for Urban Tribe. There will be 1 session in the weekend on the 26th of October, and there will be one session for the 11 of 11, another portal. 11, and Azil loved the 11 session. We did one last year here as well. I think it was in the garden. We were like 50, it's starting to rain with storm.
It was raining and storm.
Yeah, and we had like 50 people to come into
We
the
have rain
living room to finish.
For like 35 minutes, people under
It
the
was
rain were
a
still
storm,
receiving
like
storm and wind, and then people they were sharing with me that they are reporting that it's the wind outside is dangerous, and some other properties are pulling off and so on. I was like, we're protected.
I was like,
After
Azil,
40 minutes, okay, I think we should go inside.
I was going to Azil at first, like, Azil, the storm is really building up. Can you do something with the
Very
channel?
It was, I would say, it was matching that the nature cleansing what's happening.
Yeah.
It's so powerful, energetic happening on the collective karmic release and stuff. So the nature was reflecting. And funny things, we entered, we were 40 people. I don't know how we
Or
fit here,
35,
guys.
We're like this all
We-
soaked
we-
wet.
And Asil has to go between one by one. So every time he squeeze and he sit and he's like he's squeezing like this, you're almost holding him. We finished everyone. The moment he finished all the healing, all this
It stopped raining.
energy adjustment, karmic releases and things, he sat here and started channeling what his messages, the rain stops. As if the work have finished. It was superb.
Yeah,
It was epic.
yeah.
The patience was amazing. I remember, like, because normally of the people in the room, because normally if you are in this physical even like situation, because I
Yes,
remember there was no
intense.
carpet and it was like really
No
water.
carpet,
you
nothing.
Yeah,
like,
we removed
We didn't have this.
everything.
We remove
you
everything.
can't
Everyone's
relax
sitting
your
on the
feet,
on
you
bed.
can't sit down normally, like your body is in a bit of a pain, but everyone was so respectful and grateful for just being here. Like it was, no one was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone enjoyed the rain and
And lots of people enjoyed the rain. They mentioned it.
Yeah.
It was really a moment of experiencing the reflection in real time. Like you're receiving energy, everyone's buzzing, and the storm is building up, and you're like, oh my god, this is epic.
So Azil, 4 days and 1 date in Abu Dhabi. We should be on the 2nd of November with Light Workers of Abu Dhabi in collaboration with them. So yeah, 5 days gonna be superb. Azil is building up. Oh
Yeah, there is a
That's
new
right.
wave of seal, by the
Yeah.
way. You have to experience it, guys.
yeah, Azil is like on the other new level.
Full,
Yeah.
all
So,
day long upgrade.
5 times
All
per
day long, 5 times. I thought that I'm doing a lot. When I heard your story, I was like, okay, so I'm doing nothing. I'm doing at least 2 times the practice. I was like, oh, it's too much, I'm tired, I want to take a break. He said, I'm doing 5 times, each one of 2 hours. I was like, okay, I should go back to the practice. Can you
so 10
imagine?
hours a day.
5 hours. I mean, 2 hours, 5 times a day.
Yeah, so 10 hours a day. So
Yeah.
This is daily practice.
Daily practice.
It's, he's like
Well, he's receiving a grade and connection and
Yeah, he's in an upgrade.
Is he going to do that here?
we will
If we-
see his reflection on his energy body when he comes. So remember when you said like when I put the gear, you have to see that gear. He said to open up, everyone, "Whoa, that's happened." Yeah, it's something to witness, to experience. Yeah.
So be ready for Azil as well.
Just take a day off next day.
Yeah, take a day off.
Please.
Yeah. You need to take a day after the session. Yeah.
So,
And
so
also
yeah.
Svetlana.
Yes, Svetlana, of course, workshop on the 10th, on the 11th and 12th of October for the Crystal Kingdom workshop. We had an amazing video this morning. I was watching it again this afternoon. It was really good. Who watched the video with us, the live?
I'm planning to watch
On replay, sorry, the replay on live. How was it? That's cool, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 35 minutes?
It was like 40
40.
out of
30,
20
yeah.
planned.
They had
Instead
all
of
the love
20.
and the laughter and everything.
Yeah.
While they are giving some tips and information. So when so we can go
So
to the next one.
October 11 and 12, the Crystal Kingdom workshop with Svetlana to know more about all these beauties, to tap into different realms as well, to understand the consciousness behind, the science behind, how to choose, how to use them, how to use them for healing, for your relationship, for your manifestation, and all that jazz is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So all the questions that you are asking us,
Beautiful.
then Svetlana will be able to cover all those points all your questions and we'll give, as she mentioned during the video, I'm giving you a condensed information. So I said like the purity of the information around the crystal kingdom and all that you can find online. She will give it in a very not synthetic, but condensed and the most important. So you go out of this workshop, you are like Crystal
Almost
Kingdom
professional.
Guardian.
Christian
Yeah.
Guardian, yes.
All the crystals I showed
it's a
in
good
the
next paper.
talk today, they're here. If anyone needs to have a look, they're all in the villa.
Thank you. Thank you, Svetlana. You can switch off the light, Aline, if you want outside.
And
The
then-
next one is
Which
George will do a
Yeah,
workshop
I'm
online.
planning a couple of stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
No, don't argue. Not him.
Maybe one day, very soon.
George will be online.
He will.
in the workshop.
He will. One day. He's preparing for it. Now he's just getting groomed and ready for it.
Getting prepared.
So I having a little bit of guidance about certain things on the collective need to be strengthening or releasing or mentioned. One of them I received about I am declaration that I like to teach it to everyone, including the negative contract release. It's another wave right now. It's required where we go more steps and understanding how our consciousness agreed on the collective to have more negative aspect, and we thought that is important for our growth, and we have them in our reality and become part of our reality. Now that doesn't mean that we need to stick and keep ourselves in agreement with the negativity. It's a time of our maturity right now to say no for it. It served us in the past for our growth, for our learning through separating our consciousness from the divine, and now we are mature enough to say no to agreeing on negativity anymore and release that from our system and start working on rebuilding our frequency of our direction into the highest frequency, which is I call it I am declaration. And we're going to do some transmission. I'm going to teach how we agreed and what's happened and how to release it, and then how to build up a new frequency. I've been teaching this for I don't know, maybe 7 years in my small group and in Unconditional Love online training, and I felt right now I want to make it public in a very short and very simple way. So I'm going to do it online in 2 weeks. 2 hours, I would say 2 hours on Friday, 2 hours on Saturday. You have homework to write all these, to release all the old, and mention all your negative aspect. I will guide you how to do that, and then write the positive or highest frequency and read it and practice it with heart resonance. And the next week another 2 hours with full transmission, releasing the old, building new, and you take this all your life. It's become like your resume, literally, to your higher self, to the divine. What is the frequency you are going to vibrate, and what's the frequency you're going to release? So I would say no to fear, for example. I do not agree on fears anymore. And then I would say I do not agree on limitation, on forgottenness. I vibrate only love, I vibrate only high frequency of harmony, enlightenment, peace. And then you have to build that in your frequency and you work on it. And the resume can go to three pages to 4 pages. This I am declaration. And you read it not as an affirmation, you read it as a declaration to your higher self. So I wanted to do this online, including because I received also in some of the guidance and heard it from many people talking about astral projection or sleep paralysis or fears of negative entities, negative beings and these kind of things. So in order to go and talk and teach about astral projection and lower astral plane, sleep paralysis, cleaning your space from entities, I don't want to go there and open up this door before setting up your frequency, because they are connected. You release your agreement from learning from negative entities and you build up your frequency to high frequency. Then when you go and say I open up the door to astral, you won't meet them because you have released your agreement on having an exchange and growth from it. You have already built up, and you're going immediately into the astral plane, into the higher astral plane, where you meet directly masters, teachers. So in order to teach that, I was thinking to teach it and said, no, wait, before I teach this, I need to really build up the foundation. So that's why it will be like two sides. The first one is I am declaration, negative contract release. So you build it, you structure, you are good, and then another online training, most probably I will do it, which is about sleep paralysis, lower astral plane, higher astral plane, how to do astral projection. I'm not sure how will be test how much everyone is ready. You need your energy to be strong, and you can jump in the astral and meet either spirit guide or higher guide or ascended master. Now the difference is if you really build up your frequency and release your negativity, you will be super safe and super empowered where you are going to jump into astral. Where if you haven't done this, I don't guarantee where you'll go, because your frequency will take you to the plane. So that was the plan. That's the things I want to open up, and I want to mention it a couple of times and teach it a couple of times. And I actually want to empower our community where they can learn even to teach it to others eventually. Because humanity is maturing up, and those aspect of sleep paralysis, at least, let's start with this, it's happening more often with many people, and most of the time it's scary experience. I don't have them anymore. I used to have them before I built my frequency, and I mention it many times. Many people, they mention that after you build up your spiritual practice, you will not have them anymore because it changed. I'll mention all the details how that, and then you will benefit from jumping to astral, because most of the time when we teach, I jump to the astral, go connect with some masters, learn something, and come back, guys, and teach you. So the same with all humanity. We need to become strong where we have our wisdom back and channel it through ourselves and to other people. So that's another plan.
And
on the side.
So we haven't announced it, only Sunday night with the private practice with the community, but we haven't announced it publicly, and someone this morning sent us a message.
Yes.
What are you teaching? So we never teach astral travel, but it's part of somehow the understanding in the courses. When are you teaching astral travel next? Like, oh, that's a great confirmation. The guy is asking when is the next astral
Actually,
travel
there's another
course.
person before that
Really?
also, yes. He asked
See?
like, I'm interested in astral projection, do you teach this? So I mentioned no, I'm not. And then after a while, other people ask about sleep paralysis, another person astral
Yeah, it has been
projection in
very-
the course, and I said, okay,
Yeah.
keep coming.
There's
But
been
do something about it.
very common in our field since 1 month, all those questions. So that's why we did the talk last Monday.
And when this
And,
person, today, right?
Yeah, this morning.
He sent a message on Facebook, on email, the same question. When you're teaching astral projection, I was like, okay, guys,
Like,
I'm going to teach
strong
it.
desire. So
Hold on
this-
your horses.
This course of I am declaration and negative contract release will be online and will be on 2 weekends, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Friday morning, Saturday morning. 2 weeks later, Friday morning, Saturday morning. It's 500 dirhams, 499 dirhams, and for those who are part of the active practice and building the energetic field in the center of the community, it's
We're providing
200 dirhams.
even more discount,
Yeah.
generally 60% discount on top of it.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best
Because
to
they
make it
are already
affordable.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I teach it in the private group.
Yeah.
If you, not everyone knows about this. On the private, I have some.
That's why there's so much
Senior
magic
practitioner.
happening around the house and in the house. It's because they are part of that field, and every day they are dedicating themselves to practice and to
Yeah.
amplify that field of abracadabra. So that's the news. I know that now the energy is opening and we are ready to dive in. I can feel that you are already in your channel somehow. So all the information, remember, they are online. You can find them, and don't forget to book your seat wherever you want to. Any questions? Or does someone has a question? No? It was clear? Dates, timings, and details? Wow, great.
Alright.
Alright,
Thank you,
wonderful.
guys. Today we're going into the third eye and activating the clairognition. Sorry, last week was clairognition. This week clairvoyance and dissolving the veil and the walls. So let's see what dissolves and what will open. Love you guys. See
Bye
you next time.
guys, see you online.